First up for EIU, we have senior forward Macy McGlone, the reigning OVC player and OVC Defensive Player of the Year. Macy, just give us some general thoughts on about this upcoming season and how you feel about it from you and your team's perspective.
I think overall we're just really excited. Our practice and stuff we feel like have been going well. Like our team chemistry is like doing good. We have our first scrimmage coming up. I think we're excited for that. So we get to play someone else. But I think we all just feel really like hopeful and confident about the season. So
Okay, well, let's go to some questions. We got Rob Calhoun first. Rob, go ahead, whatever you got.
Hey, Macy, how you doing?
good.
Um, what did it mean to you to have the season that you did last year?
I guess it felt good, that like my hard work and like things I've done, had been recognized. Um, I obviously we lost in the second game in the OVC tournament. I think it would have been more if we had been able to like be more successful in that, but it was nice to like be personally recognized. So
What do you think it's going to take for the team to be successful this year?
I think we're just gonna have to honestly score like from like more people and like at more levels. I think that's something we struggled with a little bit last year. And so like even if we would play well or at least decent on defense, like we couldn't outscore other teams. But I think this year that's gonna be a lot easier. So
What would be a successful season for you and the team?
I mean we want all the marbles. We want to win the conference, win the OVC tournament. We really want to go to the NCAA tournament. That's a big goal of ours. So
All right, thanks, Macy.
Let's go. Mike Brad's got a couple of questions. Go ahead, Mike.
Hey Macy, how you doing?
good.
Can you talk about maybe the ways you think you'd like to be better than last year, specifically in your game?
Um, I mean, I think there were things last year I did well, but there were also things I definitely could have been better at. I mean, extending my game out a little bit farther past the 3-point line so people don't have to sag off of me is important. Being able to help get the ball down the court more, so I'm not like leaving people stranded is another thing, or being able to pass out and pass to my teammates more when they're open is another. Obviously I get like double teamed sometimes, so someone else is open, so being able to get the ball is important.
You've got some new additions to your team. Can you tell us maybe about a couple of them that are kind of stood out to you as you had practice?
Mm. Yeah, I think we have 6 new people this year. But they've all been great, like really grateful to have all of them on the team. I know that Alex has been doing really well and Kylie has also been doing really well. So I'm excited to play with them this year and like see what they can do.
Okay. I think that's probably it, Kyle.
Thanks, Mike. Macy, talk about the transition with the coach being he was the associate head coach last year. Now he's the head coach. So you get that continuity still there and playing for him this year.
I think it's been a lot easier than like a traditional situation where they would have brought in someone like completely new. I mean, all the returners obviously already knew him. He'd been here for 2 years, so like he'd earned like all of our trust. Also, I think it made it easier because he was like very involved in a lot of like the, running plays and like developing like things like that, making big decisions. So it didn't feel like weird that he was like the head coach now, at least personally for me, it didn't feel weird. So I think it's been a pretty smooth transition.
Mike was asking you there, sort of about your game. I want to talk globally. There's some really good players in the OVC, and like last year, going against some of those them night in, night out. Just what have you seen in your couple of years at EIU? Just the level of competition in the OVC and how I think it keeps improving.
Yeah, I definitely think like it's gotten better over the past 2 years I've been here. Personally, I like the competition so I can go against people who are better. But no, I think it's good, and I think there's a lot of players who are have been successful in the OVC, but honestly could have been successful in other places as well, and possibly like past college, like in like overseas and things like that. So.
Have you found during your time, does EIU have a natural rivalry? And sometimes it's geography, sometimes it's teams at the top of the standings that are near you. Have you noticed that in your time in EIU?
Um, Maybe a little bit. I know there are certain teams that like we, I guess, particularly don't like. I guess, or maybe we just had a lot of competition with them. I know Little Rock is a big one. Like whenever you'll play them, like that's a big game. Tennessee Tech is another one. Personally, whenever we play Western, just because I mean, there's multiple, but they're another Illinois school. So mhm.
Is there an area globally with your team that you think you all have really improved with since the beginning of this practice season till now, till October 16th? And then the second part, is there an area that you still think that you need to improve on, that you think will be the next thing that you all improve between now and say beginning of conference?
Mhm. I mean, I guess the thing that's the biggest jump is just like learning our offenses and like learning like plays and things like that. I mean, those are very like specific things that we have to learn though. So it's easy for those to be the things that we've improved on the most. I think our defense will probably get a little bit better in the next coming weeks. I think it's good now, but I think we're working on it more often now. So I think that will improve.
Let's see what else has one. I got one more for you, and we'll let you go. In your time at EIU, what has been just globally going to EIU, the university, everything? What's the best part of being associated with Eastern Illinois?
I guess there's just, I mean, I've heard other people say this too, but there's a lot of good people at Eastern. I feel like I like all different levels, like different sports, everything. I've met like a lot of great people that I'm glad I've got to met because I came here. So
Anybody else questions for Macy? All right. Well, we appreciate your time this afternoon, and best of luck this season.
all right, thank you.